Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room. I'm feeling real groovy. Yeah, I'm feeling real groovy off the shrooms. Welcome to my sex room. Like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to After Dark with Dr. Chocolate. And our topic today is xenophilia. But for the title for YouTube, we will call it Foreign Affairs. But once you get in the sex room, you know what's up. You know what we doing here. So welcome to After Dark with Dr. Chocolate, where the lights get real low and the conversations get real freaky. And the truth comes all the way out. No judgment, no filters, and definitely no safe words for these topics tonight. You hear me? So let's go ahead and get into it. You know I got the clips. You already know this is going to be a short one because I did not find enough clippy clips for this, but we can get into it either way it goes. So let's talk about the meaning, okay? A xenophilia is the opposite of xenophobia, right? Anyways, it's the love, attraction, or appreciation for foreigners, strangers, or different cultures. Okay. I even seen some stuff where they were like attracted to the cartoons and stuff. I don't know. I didn't want to really go ahead and put that in my thing, but if you scroll on TikTok, you will see some things. Okay. If you type that in, you're gonna be like, wait, what? Is this a werewolf? So you know what? So it gives Beauty and the Beast type situation when you look on YouTube. So which I can see how that can go because a beast would still have a different culture, it could be from somewhere, right? Now I didn't focus on bestiality or any of that type of stuff because no. I didn't want to get in no trouble there. Okay. But if you into that, and you could maybe an xenophile, right? So I just want you to know that. So I thought I'd say that because I did see that, and once you search up the topics, you may also see it, okay? So anyway, basically you like traveling to other countries, you like different languages, different foods, you like to participate in, how they party, things like that. You may be, you know what I'm saying, an xenophile, you know? And which is a lot of people can be because you know what, if you like different accents and things like that, I think, what I'm saying, some of us may definitely, what I mean, we like a little French, a little Spanish, Hispanic accent, things like that, you got you partially one of them, right? You know? Now our men, they love to date different cultures. They love to try to get every single woman they can. So most men would probably be, xenophiles, especially if everything correlates. They like the culture and everything else. I'm not quite sure if it just means that you want to sleep with them because that's not what they're saying here. So, anyways, let's get into it. So we got a couple of clippy clips, right? We don't have many. This will be short, so do not be mad at me, guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to let the lady break it down first because I feel like she's going to break it down for us. Her accent is strong, and you may be attracted to that.
X, let's talk xenophile. Now, xenophile are people who gets to attract unusual people. Now, when we say attract unusual people, what are we talking about? We're talking about people who fall in love with other people from foreign countries for whatever reason. Now, these people can fall in love with you based on your food, your outfit, your lifestyle, your culture, your custom, whatever it is. They just love foreigners, right? You will hear some people say, oh, I cannot date someone who is not a white man, or I cannot date someone who is not a black man. They just love everything about them. Also,
Right. And some of us, we like, I would never date out of my race. I would never do this. Or I would never try this and I would never try that. You got people who only want that. You know what I'm saying? Who's probably addicted to only other cultures. Don't ever want their own. And that makes sense. Okay. So they got a little philia going on.
some things about them. For some people, it's their looks, right? For someone like me, I love Jamaicans. I'm not going to tell you why, but Jamaicans are it for me. So, what kind?
Man, when she said that, she took me out because Jamaicans definitely it for me. So I must be one. You know what? This is it. This is where we learn, guys. I'm definitely interested in some Jamaican men. I like to look at some African men. Yes, I do like some cultures. I like some Samoans. I like some well, I guess I could be one. Now I don't know because because I never really put myself in that place to even talk to anybody. But now thinking about it, I'm like, you are definitely attracted to other cultures. Damn, let's go.
Kind of person or what kind of group of people do you think you're in love with? What is it about their culture that turns you on or puts you in the mood for them every time? Is it their food? Is it their culture? Is it their custom? Is it their dressing? Is it whatever it
See, so we can definitely be like that because if you love Chinese food, you love Mexican food, you know what I'm saying? You love Indian food, you are loving something of their culture already. You already like the food. You like belly dancing, you know what I'm saying? You like seeing the salsa dances, you know what I'm saying? You want to see the African bambata dances. This could be you guys. Let's think about it. I think we all may have a little bit of this in us, just a little bit, because we cannot talk about when it comes to food, guys. You know you love other cultures' food. You know you do. You may not like their men, you may not like their women, but you all know we love the food everywhere.
is about, right? But the truth about it is, whatever it is that has made you fall in love with them, all I'm going to say is enjoy it. At the same time, be careful. See you in my next episode. Love you. Bye.
Okay. She said at the same time, be careful. Why did she say be careful? When I was looking through some of the videos, a lot of people it was like, they were talking about it like it was a bad thing, so a lot of people just definitely wasn't into it. I found more on the xenophobia than I found on the xenophilia. So I guess there's more people with the phobia. So there's more people that don't want to be outside of their culture, that want to only stay inside their culture, and they have a problem with other people that do. Like I seen some stuff where they were talking about how it's messing up our culture type stuff. So, a lot of people feel a certain way about this. So this may not, but when I look at it as to what they're just saying about culture and things like that, and food and accents and dancing and things like that. Come on now, we all can love some of that, right? But whatever, right? So there is some benefits to a xenophilia. They say it fosters curiosity and openness towards other cultures, reducing the misunderstanding and building empathy. I 100% for that. Believe that. Okay. They say it encourages inclusivity. People with xenophilia often welcome diversity, create more inclusive communities where differences are valued. That's probably, you know what I'm saying? We need to come together, right? They say it supports global cooperation, which you can see how that happens by appreciating the foreign customs and perspectives. Xenophiles can contribute to international collaborations on issues like climate change, health, and economics. Oh, look, now we're getting somewhere. So we done stepped out of the sexual zone, but y'all already know this is the sex room, so we really focused on that. But these are the benefits, okay? They say personal growth, and this is true. Engaging with diverse cultures through travel, language learning, and cultural events broadens horizons and enriches personal experience. Y'all better get out there and try some stuff. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be sexual for you to be a xenophile, but we're talking sexuality here, so you know that, right? But anyways, it doesn't have to be. You can just like the place, the thing, the culture. You don't have to like the person. You can like their culture. You may not want to date them or be with them, or you know what I'm saying? You and your family may just like to be over there in that surrounding. It reduces prejudice, right? Mm, mm, mm. A positive attitude toward foreigners can counteract stereotypes and discrimination, promoting social harmony. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm talking about? Let's get in there. So that's if that's the case. But now, what if you have no culture, right? Everybody doesn't have a culture, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Let's go. Let's keep going. Let's hit the next clip. Let's get into it. See, she's gonna be talking about it from I don't know what aspect, but I feel like she's sick of it.
Did you know that Nigerians practice xenophilia, but they don't like to talk about it? Xenophilia is the opposite of xenophobia, the hatred or intolerance for foreigners from a different country in your country. But xenophilia
See, her accent may be sexy to you, right? But anyway, let her go on.
Is the opposite. So you love them more than you love your own country people. And you can't tell me that you don't see it in the way Nigerians interact with foreigners. And not just people of a different but
And don't tell me you couldn't understand her, okay? She has the caption in the screen. I don't want to hear that. Okay, I don't want to hear it. Read it. Listen slow it down, do what you must. But get into it.
people from a different country altogether, as long as they find out that you're from a different country, not from Nigeria, they suddenly fawn over you and let you skip lines and, just do things for you because, foreigner privilege and all that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with xenophilia or wrong with you admiring somebody from a different country or a different race or all whatnot. I'm just saying that, I think it's ironic because Nigerians are one of the most ethnically intolerant people I have ever met. Because why do you love someone from a different country altogether and will phone over the person and let the person skip lines and give the person privileges that they're probably not even entitled? Actually, nobody's entitled.
Okay, so she pissed about her people. She say that when Americans or Hispanics or other people come to her country, they just get all beside themselves. Let them cut lines and do all kind of stuff. So she a little bit irritated. She not saying don't be it. She just saying, hey, respect our people first. And I think that's probably what a lot of other people were saying about it. So she seemed like she may be on the phobia side, but she not because she's still speaking about the philia side. So we're just gonna let her talk. But I think she was just giving her piece,
To any privilege based on whatever it is they think they have. I think everyone should be treated equally. But why do you give these people privileges, right? But once you find out that
Damn, she said these people, y'all. She said, why you get these people privileges? She pissed a little bit. When you say these people, you know you kind of pissed. Okay? Poor baby. It's okay. Shit, they pissing her off out there. But anyways, basically, she letting us know that them Nigerians, what? They love the others.
oh, you are a Yoruba man and there is an Igbo man coming to so, you just you try to block the person from even getting that thing. And this goes everywhere. I'm not just talking about Yoruba and Igbo, Igbo and Yoruba and Hausa. Do better. Do better. Xenophilic.
She pissed the child. Do
Nonsense people.
better. Nonsense. She said, love us and you can love them too. But she's like, look, don't if I'm in line and they coming, don't push me out. Don't let them cut me. That's all she's saying, y'all. But it sounded like she wasn't with it. But anyways, we have our last and final clip, and our guy here is with it. But I could not find anything. I just want y'all to get an understanding of what was going on. And you know how we do. We give you a little taste. You go out there and look for the rest, right? That's how we do it at After Dark with Dr. Chocolate. You know what I'm saying? Formerly known Sex Room. So let's get into it. We got a fella here.
I am a xenophile. Now, that doesn't mean I'm some weirdo, it just means I'm attracted to foreigners. And I think you might be too. In fact, I'm going to give you 3 reasons, not just built up in imagination, but based in science. That's my Neil deGrasse Tyson voice, as to why we are innately xenophiles. Reason number 1, novelty theory. Human beings are innately drawn to novel experiences, want to have an efflorescence of consciousness, want to experience new things. This is why when we hear an accent, something that is different, something that we're not accustomed to hearing, we tend to be more turned on by that, right?
Facts. He not lying because if I hear a man, he already got a deep voice probably, right? And then he has this accent on him. Oh my God, I'm melting. And depending on if it's sexy when he says what he's saying, y'all know what I'm talking about. Have you ever been talking to like someone who speaks French as their first language, especially when their first language is not English, and then you just hear it? You know what I'm saying? You can hear, or even if they speak in their language. Like there was a guy I used to date. He was a black man, and he had learned Spanish. And oh my God, when I tell you he sounded so sexy, just talking to me. I was outdone because he was, he wasn't Hispanic and he had learned it. I thought that was awesome. So I guess he may have been a xenophile. You know what I'm saying? He took the time to learn Spanish totally. Maybe his baby mom was. I don't really know the situation. I just remember meeting him and thinking it was sexy. But I didn't make me a xenophile because he was also black. But I mean, even when I do see a man of a different race and he sounds sexy like a Puerto Rican man, sometimes they sound really cool too. It depends. Do you have certain other men? You got your African, your Jamaicans, and certain things just sound really good to you. And you'll get caught up in that accent. Because people always ask me where I'm from. Like, I got an accent. Y'all know I don't have no accent, so don't start that. But I've had that question a couple times, which is weird. But I mean, maybe not, right?
Like if you were in Australia, you were listening to Australian accents all the time, yeah, no, mate, and some boy approached you and was like, yeah, no, mate, I was wondering, can I take you out on a date because you're fine? You might not be as turned on by, let's say, some exotic looking brother that approached you and was like, I was wondering, or, hey, what is your name? I want to take you out on a date. You are so beautiful. I want you to meet my mom. A lot of this will be more turned on by an exotic accent, right? Because we know that denotes someone who's had different experiences. We might not be overly attracted to their physicality, but the accent denotes something that is normal.
Right, that accent will turn an ugly motherfucker real cute, real quick, right? You'll be like, you'll look past it, like, just to hear their voice, just to talk a little longer. You know what I'm saying? You'll be like, wait a minute, quit playing now.
Right? Novelty theory. Theory number 2. This is built up of hard science. This is called genetic diversity. We have found that in offspring where there is greater genetic diversity, so offspring coming from different parts of the world, right? Different gene pools, they tend to be healthier and more resistant towards viruses. So you have healthy offspring. Inversely, when you have offspring that are a product of incest, you tend to have more likelihood of genetic abnormalities. You know, this is what happened in the blue bloods and so forth. They have these weird genetic abnormalities within their offspring. So I'm just saying, like, if you want to have a stronger offspring and you're a vanilla girl, you might want to get with a melanin gentleman. I'm just saying. Reason number 3. This is my favorite reason, right? So this deals with something called stranger particles. Now, in quantum mechanics, there's this idea that when particles become in close proximity, they come in contact, they become entangled, they are connected regardless of their distance. Now, this has precedence because even when you have met someone that you have nothing in common with, they're the wrong skin color, wrong accent, you just have nothing in common in terms of belief system. Because you are interconnected, because there is this connection that you have towards them, the more time you spend with them, even though there may not be any initial attraction point, you find yourself being drawn to these people because inherently you are connected to that person and that connection becomes stronger. So this explains why even when someone is of a different ethnicity, different background, nothing makes sense. We are intrinsically drawn to that person because we're all connected. But there are 3 reasons as to why we're all xenophiles at heart. We're all connected. We all are drawn to novel experiences and we're all human.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, he gave us 3 reasons, you know what I'm saying? So I try to give some of the same reasons he gave. I feel it, you know what I'm saying? I can't even lie about it. I absolutely feel it. I think we all have some type of attraction to it. Like I said, whether we eating the food, whether it's an accent, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it is that may, that may turn you on, you know? Like you got to think about it now. You know, you run into that Chinese restaurant, or you run into that Mexican restaurant, or you watch this certain movie because of certain accents and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, y'all. Come on. Well, all right, y'all. Hey, I hope we learned something new. You know what I'm saying? I hope we learned something new. And that's what I want you to do. Go check it out. And that's a wrap. For After Dark with Dr. Chocolate. Whether you agree, disagree, laugh, blush, or got a little uncomfortable tonight, thank you for spending your late night hours with me. Remember, what happens after dark may stay after dark, but the lessons can follow you into the daylight now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, join the membership, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a late night appointment. Until next time, protect your peace, know your worth, and keep it sweet. Good night, chocolate drops.
Welcome to my sex room. He like the way I'm doing it. I'm throwing that shit back like boom. Welcome to my sex room.